Hi, this is John Licata, and it is Licata Live time. I'm doing it solo today. I'm sort of freestyling a little bit, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a couple things. First off, I voted today. I voted. Everybody should vote. I say my father didn't go to fight in World War II at the age of 16 uh, for us not to vote. We need to be a great Democratic and a good citizen and get out there, whoever you want to vote for. Whether you go left, whether you go right, whether you go up the middle, or whether you bat both sides, get out there and vote today. Make a difference. Make a difference. You know, I was reading something, not to be political here, because we like everybody. Only like 63% of Americans vote in the election. Like 37% don't. So if Congress or someone yesterday said, hey, we're going to exclude 37% of Americans, everybody'd be a little upset about it. So get out there and vote. Couple other things on certainly on the real estate side. Um, Going back to 1972, virtually the month and a half before the presidential election, real estate almost shuts down. Very less sales. Now we came through a period of time that it was pretty low to begin with, and we have seen a little bit of it inching up a little bit. But my guess is supposedly later this week, interest rates are going to be cut again, and then they're talking again in December, and maybe even some of the next year. Hopefully that makes a difference because it has not been a great real estate year in terms of transactions, sales. In fact, I was at a conference last week, and there were 36 or 37 straight months of low sales, lower than the year before. Now, we're optimistic. The interest rates, there was an interest rate cut, although it really hasn't shown up in lower interest rates. They did drop a little bit and then they went up again. It's the 10-year T bill that really drives interest rates, the mortgage interest rates. The Fed is important, and the T bill responds to the Fed. But look at the 10-year T bill. That's really, if you're going to do your studies and do your history and all that. The other thing was interesting, and I just did a local zip code here from 2009 to through 2023. These are the appreciation. 2009, 3.5%. 2010, 11, minus 5.5%. 11, 12, minus 2.8. 12, 13, those year 12, 13, up 4.5%. 13, 14, up 19.8%. 14, 15, down 6.4. 9.8 in year 16, 2017, 6.2, 4.6 in 18, 8%, 18, 19, 7.9, 19, 20. Now the unicorn years, that was the crazy years. 2021, 15.9%, 21, 22, 11.4%, 22, 23, 6.8, 23, 24 year to date 1.7. Historically, in our zip code here, and really the country, historically going back many years, even before I was around, it'd be 2 to 4%, 2 to 4%. Now, in certain parts of the country, parts of Manhattan, Stamford, Connecticut, Boston and Arlington, parts of San Francisco, again, much higher. But historically, Durango, Colorado, Wilkes-Barre, Pittston, Pennsylvania, the most of the country, 2 to 4%. But I thought it was pretty interesting to share that as we go. The other thing I would tell you, if you're looking to buy a house, now's the best time to buy. Now interest rates are still higher than they were 3 years ago. Um, our coaches and the people we follow are saying that somewhere by the end of next year, maybe we'll see a point drop total. So if it's 6.6% now, maybe it'll go to 5.6, but it's probably going to be hovering around 6. That's really the reality. If you're someone old like me, my first house that I bought was 12%, but my house was $52,000 at 12%. And that house today would probably be $400,000. So to be able to say, well, I remember when it was 16%. Well, the prices were a lot lower. Now the prices are a lot higher. So to get into the market to buy that first house, like I bought, or many of us bought years ago, I mean, homes were a lot less. It's increased. But if you're but today prices are lower than they're going to be next spring. I promise you, next spring prices are going to be higher. So if you can buy now, now is the time to buy. And there is a little uptick in inventory because homes are taking longer to sell. It's not atypical to see a home on the market 30, 60, 90 days. When I bought my first house here in this zip code, this community, days on market was 100 days. It's not 100 days now. It's not near that. Um, but things change. Things change. So just be cognizant of that. If you are selling, what I would tell someone who's been in the house a little bit of time, I'd say, well, you're going to do great. You're going to make money. Your home is appreciated. I don't know exactly what your house is going to sell for because we can never predict the exact price. We give you a range based on tendencies and being a student of the market like we are, but we don't know exactly. But you're going to do great. If you've been in the house for a little bit of time, you're going to do well. It's not may not be exactly how much you're going to make, but you're going to make something good. You're going to make something good. But what I would tell you, and this has sort of changed, um, you can't overprice your home, not even for a minute. You got to price it right, and then the market will tell you if it's really priced right. But if you overprice a home now, it's going to sit. The homes that are selling are in good shape and priced properly. In some cases, even priced a little lower than what you'd expect. But if you think you could sell the house as is without maybe any investment in making it look a little nicer, or if you think you can overprice a house and you're going to get it, it's just not happening. There's no evidence there showing it. Really, no evidence there. Homes that are selling are priced right. Homes that are selling are in good condition. If you have an orange living room and dead plants outside, it's going to take longer to sell. Not everything sells eventually, but if you want to maximize what you're going to get, you gotta invest a little bit to make it right. Anyway, get out there and vote. Uh, Tomorrow the sun will rise. Friday the sun will rise. Where I live, I look out at the lake. It's going to be a beautiful day. Even if it's raining, it's going to be a beautiful day. Doesn't matter how the vote goes. I know a lot of people are upset about things and worried about things, but we're going to do okay. It's a great, great, great time to live and be a person here in Virginia for sure. All right, I'm out. Licata live out.